Oh, no, 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 no. Pudge. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. My name is Kyle, and I make reactions to movies and TV shows. Okay, today we are following up. I just got done with Dune. And you can watch the 1984 movie as well, and you probably already have. And now I am following that up with Children of Dune. Now, I did notice this guy is on the cover, and he was Muad'Dib, Paul, the Kwisatz Haderach, in this one. So I'm thinking that this is a continuation, like a complete continuation of the first miniseries, which is so cool. So hopefully I don't have to like relearn a whole bunch of stuff. Because obviously if they're continuing from the first miniseries, I would assume they're playing by somewhat same rules. And yeah, I think I'm going to come into this with a completely new perspective because I did start reading the actual Dune books like 2 days ago. I am at the point in the books where Paul and his family have just arrived on Arrakis. So like literally the last time I put down the book was yesterday, and Leto and Jessica were having a interesting conversation about her coming to dinner because I guess she didn't want to, and that kind of tells you where I am in the books. But even just being that little ways, because I think that's maybe like an eighth of the way into the book. It's not that far into the book. There has been so much stuff that I didn't realize that the movies were kind of glancing over. And I'm hoping that this movie is just as good as the miniseries. If it includes more, that's great. From what I have gleaned, because I looked this up to see if I could read the Dune book before I watched this, was Children of Dune covers book 2 and 3 in the actual Dune book series. So I think we have pretty much left behind the first Dune book, and there is an actual book, right, called Children of Dune, but I guess this is also a second or third book. I'm not sure. I might be making some people really pissed off. But yeah, anyways, let's get into it. Let's see what Paul is up to. Let's see what's going on in Arrakis. I wonder, a big question in my mind is, are the Harkonnens going to play a big role anymore? Because Fade and the Baron are dead, and I can't remember his name now. The guy that was, it was the Baron's nephew, I think, or son maybe, who was on Arrakis terrorizing the people, and the Freeman ripped him apart at the end of the last miniseries. So like the whole Harkonnen house has pretty much died, right? But I assume that it falls to someone. I'm just not sure who. We'll see. But Paul is kind of sitting pretty. He is king of Arrakis. He's got all the Fremen. I have to stop saying Freeman. All the Fremen on his side as their new leader. He is still in a relationship with Chani, still not sure. But he is now married to Jessica, I guess. Not Jessica, that's his mom. The princess, the emperor's daughter. Jessica is still alive, and her daughter, and Paul's sister is still alive, although I'm not sure what's going to go happen with that. The emperor is still alive. The guild is kind of in a tough spot because they need the spice, and Paul has said that he is willing to take any measure to stay in power. One thing I really liked about the books that I was reading so far, and I hesitated to bring it up when I was watching the miniseries, and now I could slap myself for not bringing it up while I was watching the miniseries, was the conversation that Paul and Leto had before going to Arrakis when they were on one of the, what are they called? the carriers that the guild use. They used an actual name for them, but I can't remember. And Leto was basically telling Paul, and it became even more apparent with Leto's conversation with Jessica, was that there are all these rules in place, and Paul and Leto and Jessica don't necessarily like them. But one thing that was interesting is the miniseries didn't portray as much as I think it could have that Paul and Leto, especially Leto, would, if they could, walk away from their positions of power. But the universe is kind of set up in a way that if Leto did try and walk away, if he did want to go be with Jessica and not take over Arrakis and spice production, he would be putting himself in such a vulnerable position that the other houses would probably lunge regardless of whether he walked away or not, because this whole system is kind of set up like a medieval fiefdom where power is passed down through bloodlines. So his existence, not his choice to be Duke, but his existence literally makes him a target. And I think that the books so far have really gotten that across in much more of a way than the movie or the miniseries did. But yeah, that's just my little gleaming of what I've gotten from the books so far. And I'm definitely going to keep going because I love it. I should stop talking about the books because I feel like people are going to be like, this is not a review of the books. So if you don't want to hear any more about the books, I guess go forward. I also really liked the conversation between Pieter and the Baron, because it went into, well, not just that. I mean, there was a conversation between Pieter and the Baron, and then there was also the conversation between Paul and the Reverend Mother, and then there was also the conversation, not really a conversation, but more like an inner dialogue that we get from Jessica, where you're getting a lot more history and like why things are the way they are. And, you know, how the Bene Gesserit have been kind of just moving pieces into place for a very long time. You know, one thing I did not get from the books, or not the books, the miniseries, and I think they mentioned it in the miniseries, but it kind of just flew over my head, was that a lot of the lore that the Fremen have, a lot of the lore that the Fremen have was purposely created by the Bene Gesserit, right? Did I get that completely wrong from the books? But like the Bene Gesserit have actually been manipulating a lot of this stuff behind the scenes for a very long time in order to purposely bring about certain situations. Because if that was in the, I think that they definitely covered it in the miniseries, because I remember conversations between Jessica and the Reverend Mother in the Fremen tribe about it, but I guess it just didn't click with me until I read the books. So I'm loving the books, if you can't tell. Like, I'm eating it up. I love this series. I've gotten so into it. It's just so rich. And I'm really excited to see what Children of Dune holds, especially because this has, what's his name? Is he on the title? I don't think he's on the title. James McAvoy? Is that his name? McAvoy? James McAvoy. I know he's a good actor, you know, X-Men. He's been in plenty of things where I know James McAvoy is a good actor. So I'm very interested in seeing what he brings to this role, especially because I think this was when he was a lesser known actor. All right. That was a lot of talking, wasn't it? If you go ahead and leave a comment, you know, let the algorithm know that people should see this, because I have a feeling that Dune, the book series, and even this miniseries is probably going to get a lot more popular in the next couple of months because the remake is coming out. What was really unfortunate is that, either of these, I could not find them anywhere on streaming. And both of them, I had to buy both of them used. So both of these are used copies, because there were a couple of them that were available as new, but my God, they were like $60. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to like this, because I hadn't actually seen the first miniseries yet. So I was like, do I want to pay $60 for this? Especially if I don't know if I'm going to like it. So I feel like there's going to be renewed interest in Dune now that the movie is coming out, but I also feel like these miniseries are somehow just going to be like glanced over, which is so unfortunate because they are actually really good and I hope people see them. So like and comment if you want people to see this, people. Like and comment. Let the algorithm know, okay? Full version is in the description, and you can follow me on Twitter if you would like. Talk to me in Discord. Otherwise, let's get to some spicy things. Warning. This is a review, analysis, and reaction channel. It means that I will talk. It means that I will mute. It means that I will pause. You've been warned. Ooh.
12 years of war. 12 years since Emperor Shaddam IV was defeated.
Oh, okay.
Exterminating all that remained of the old imperial armies. Sweeping away anything and anyone who resisted.
See, this is what I was worried about. Paul got one heck of a big head. Like, he really... Oh, he gone full dictator.
Millions have been defeated. Millions more have been slaughtered.
Paul. Planet Naraj. So are we not going to be... We're probably not going to be rooting for Paul, Muad'Dib's second crusade.
Anyone refusing the peace of Muad'Dib will be executed.
Holy fuck! Oh my god, Paul, what are you doing? What's that saying? Power corrupts, absolute power corrupts absolutely. Oh, are even the Fremen gonna start turning on him?
Every revolution carries within it the seeds of its own destruction, and empires that rise will one day fall. Arrakis. Dune. For it is here, and only here, the giant worms still roam.
So I guess Paul never transformed Dune like he said he was gonna do. You know, I wonder if Paul isn't really behind so much of the war. If maybe like people underneath him have kind of maneuvered things the way they want rather than Paul having too much of a say in it. I don't know. I'm just trying to convince myself that Paul isn't like some dictatorial bad guy. What have you done? Who have you become? He doesn't look like a king to me though. Is he not actually king? Oh, this is a lot more than the other miniseries. All we got was a tiny glimpse of the palace. We got some like Colossus stuff happening here. Oh. Well, yeah, 12 years have passed. Okay, so not so much a dictator as a theocrat. Or both. I mean, they're not exclusive. Very interesting how organized religion always worms its way into powerful positions, isn't it?
Tell me, Korba, when was it you reinvented yourself from Fremen Fedaykin to religious fanatic?
The day I saw the future.
Agents for the Spacing Guild, the Bene Gesserit.
Surely they conspire to something a little more elegant than assassination on the streets of Arrakis.
You are vulnerable, madman.
You're right about one thing still. There is no escape.
Yep, no escape. Okay, so yeah, I'm definitely getting the feeling that his underlings are the ones kind of insulating him from what's going on. But still, he was in that crowd. He saw, like, what was happening. He just might not be able to change things. Like, these kind of movements, they have a way of taking on a life of their own.
I thought the doctor said you were supposed to rest.
She having another baby?
Muad'Dib spends water like a madman, that's what they say, Chani.
Chani. Okay, it is CH.
They resent the wonders I've brought to their desert.
Uh-oh.
You know what I'd pay to end these wars?
See, this is what I was saying. Okay, so they're going to address it more.
To stop you.
Even if I vanished tomorrow, the revolution would follow my ghost.
It's time to return to the desert. We were happy there.
Why do I feel like she's going to die? I hope not. That almost felt like a goodbye.
Father.
To know the future is to be trapped by it. But knowing there's a trap is the first step in evading it.
I do know that that's something that Leto told Paul.
The answer's standing right in front of you. The golden path.
Is his son alive yet? Or is she with child? Or has he already had another son that we just haven't been introduced yet? If his son isn't alive yet, then there must be a time jump coming. Celesta Secundus. Ooh, exiled home of House Corino. The prison world.
Everywhere we turn, his power confronts us.
Reverend Mother?
But he is human, and because he is human, he has his weaknesses. What do you suggest, Princess? Something subtle, something unexpected. No, you Bene Gesserit are desperate to regain control. And because you want to break his monopoly on spice. And that's why I intend to destroy that domination.
And what is this?
Good chemistry.
Duncan Idaho, the Atreides hero, Paul Muad'Dib's most beloved friend. A few precious pieces of Idaho's ruined flesh, waiting just the right time, the right place.
They gonna use him like a sleeper cell?
A time bomb waiting for the trigger to explode. You intend to kill Muad'Dib? It's not who controls the spice, but who has the ability to disrupt the spice who controls the universe.
Where are you going? Oh, back here. Where is Jessica? Is Jessica dead?
After tests and still nothing. The doctors can't find the reason why I am unable to conceive.
Someone has been feeding you a poison. It's the only possibility left.
Oh God, is Paul?
There are remedies which might overcome the contraceptive's effects. You would be required to eat greater and greater quantities of spice. Who has been able to feed you the contraceptives for so long?
I really hope it's not Paul. Ooh. Is this the Emperor's daughter?
Perhaps we could offer the appearance of a constitution.
Yeah, that's her.
It doesn't need to be real.
Atreides' power must never be marginalized by the chaos of democracy.
Alia knows my mind. I forbid a constitution.
Not more politics in this one so far. Like explicit politicking.
This decision troubles me, Muad'Dib.
Necessary. You will know my reasons soon enough. I trust you'll convince the naibs of the wisdom in this.
Stilgar used to be much more of a like equal confidant with him.
I should spill your water on the sand for what you've done. You're the only one who could have hidden the poison.
It is my right to bear the royal heir.
It is your duty to play a role, nothing more. I am the one he calls wife.
Do you think you are the only woman who truly loves him?
I think she's the only woman he truly loves, so you should back the hell off.
But I am the only woman he loves. But no child, Irulan. Ever.
You gotta feel for her though too. She's in a trapped situation that wasn't technically her own doing, as far as I know. But I'm with Chani on this. Like, she needs to back off.
Mom? Mommy? What is this?
Oh.
Wipe your tears. Here. Getting all over me. Do you want the men to see you crying? Do you want them to think that you're weak?
I don't care.
I don't think that's gonna sit well with her.
You will do it properly, won't you?
You know, if only people would understand that teaching kids not to express emotion, even like young boys not to express emotion, does not make them stronger. If anything, it makes them more fragile. Like, one of the things that made Muad'Dib so powerful in the first movie, that he was able to conjoin so many of the Fremen tribes. That requires social skills and intelligence.
You have violated Muad'Dib's eternal order never to set foot on Arrakis again.
Oh my. Who is the good guy? Who is the good people that I'm supposed to root for here? So far, I'm only on Chani's side. She seems to be the only one that's, like, not completely evil. Is this a Gilding member? Or a guild member? Gilding? I thought, ooh, one of them came out in the open. That's unusual.
I abase myself before the Emperor.
We welcome you to our court.
Oh, barely phased.
We acquired him as a gift befitting an Emperor.
So does he have an actual bomb in him?
Idaho is dead. This thing is a horror.
I know nothing of my past, sire.
Listen to Stilgar.
We accept this gift in the spirit with which it was given.
Majesty, there is the matter of Reverend Mother Mohiam.
Careful, Ambassador.
So it just occurred to me that the guild is presenting this dude, right? Well, in order for them to do that, then they would also have to be in league with the Bene Gesserit and the other princess girl. I cannot remember her name. There are a lot of new names, and I'm spending also a lot of headspace just trying to figure out who is playing who still, because I think Paul and Irulan and maybe Chani, I can't tell exactly, are the only three that have come over from the original miniseries. So there's that. But Space and Guild, these people still up to no good scheming. But I can see why they would want Paul kicked down a notch, because he's kind of, I mean, look at this. The Space and Guild isn't even supposed to like show itself to other people, and here they have one out in full view just because Paul ordered. So he's clearly got everyone under his thumb. But I still need to know who I need to root for in this. I'm semi on the side of Paul. Semi. But I still think he's kind of gone a little bit dark side. And Chani.
I shudder to see you in such circumstances.
What are you scheming?
So, you haven't forgotten everything we taught you. Has the Emperor explained why I am to be detained?
Oh.
The Sisterhood is aware of my delay?
Oh, they're all behind it.
I have made my peace with it.
One day, even Muad'Dib will know the good you have done.
Why? Why must a Fremen bloodline be avoided? Will it be more powerful? Something that Bene Gesserit won't be able to control at all? Ooh, I want to know, I want to know, I want to know.
Othium's daughter, my lord.
Dishna.
Sit. Deliver your warning, then.
You must visit my father. There is a plot against you.
There are many plots against me.
This is a Fremen plot, Majesty.
Mm-hmm.
He's sick.
Mm-hmm. He's also dead.
I leave for Othium's tonight.
Is that really her? Or is there like some shape-shifting going on? I don't know, Paul. Go with your spidey sense on this one. Something is wrong. If you do go, take a whole lot of backup.
A face dancer.
Oh, he knew.
Good one, too.
Okay, so it is a shapeshifter, and they're called face dancers. Noted.
Korba, the stone burner is set and ready.
So you come then.
I carry your water burden, Othium. Command me.
Fremen plot against you. Bijaz has told me their names. He was a gift to me. He's a good spy, though. You should take him tonight.
To be gone is to be bygone. Let bygones be bygones. And BJ's and Muad'Dib must be gone by now. There's a thin line between enemy and friend. Where that line stops, there's no beginning and no end.
Oh, you're just full of riddles, aren't you? Oh, there's no one out on the streets. Never a good sign. Why are you here alone? I'd say run, but I don't know. I don't know. This is a sequel. No one is safe. Chani could already be pregnant. Thumper? Is it a worm? Are we no, we're not on Arrakis, are we? What is it? It's a tornado. It's a fire tornado. Get cover? If he did survive, is he gonna have a lot of burns? Okay, he did survive, and he doesn't look too burned. What about the guy he got as a gift? What's with his eyes?
My lord. Your eyes.
Oh. Is he blind?
They blinded
just...
my body, but not my vision.
Okay, he still can kind of see. Or is it like echolocation? Listen, I don't like what Paul's doing, but I don't like all the scheming that the witches and the Emperor, or really, I can't remember the name, and Irulan and all these people are doing. I don't like anyone, so Paul is at the top of my list for liking people, at least, except for Chani. Which is, when you think about it, an interesting kind of proposition. Maybe I didn't give this series credit for what it's doing, because in not presenting a clear protagonist, you know, someone who is very easy to like and root for, it really does kind of force you to deal with the characters that you are given. And which is kind of, I guess, how the world in Dune is. There's not really any, like, overarching, this is a good decision to make. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a fan of theocracies, and I wish that Paul would be more democratic. But there are a lot of situations, a lot of political factions at work here that kind of make anyone who wants to be completely good kind of naive, I guess. Like, someone's going to have to make some decisions that aren't so great. That being said, torching an entire part of a town just to kill Paul, the guild members and the Bene Gesserit and all these other people, they bad. They're very, very bad. Then again, it was heavily implied in the first couple of minutes that Paul has killed a whole lot of people too. So bad situations all around. You know, I'm just here for this. I like their relationship a lot.
I knew this would happen.
It had to be.
Why?
For our son.
How long have you known?
So she is pregnant. She's probably keeping it a secret so that Princess Irulan doesn't know.
We will return to our desert, my love.
This is going to be like when he is most vulnerable, though. People are going to smell blood in the water.
You have eternity. I have only now.
I wonder if they're going to kill her in childbirth. I really hope not.
You're afraid you'll remember who you were.
No Gola has ever been restored to his former being, child.
I'm no child. I have memories of many women alive inside of me, but I can handle it. Can you?
Fools even had a stone burner and they couldn't succeed. What about Saitael?
He maintains his masquerade.
And the dwarf?
Confined to the keep.
Jazz is working for her. There's so many people! Ancestral home of House of Trade. Ooh, Caladan. There's so many people who are just, like, scheming here. I'm having a hard time keeping up. I may have to watch this a second time to get, like, the full...
He's alive. Gurney, tell me he's alive.
It was a stone burner. Still got suspects Fremen.
Alia? Chani?
All safe. But those who would rid themselves of Muad'Dib would only be more provoked by the arrival of his mother.
Ah, so this is Jessica. Did he exile her, or did she leave for Caladan of her own accord? I wonder if he knows when he's gonna die.
You know how many people have died since I became emperor?
Even your empire must live its time, and then die.
That's why you're here, isn't it? It's what the Tylaxu have written upon you. To kill me.
Oh god, he does know.
We must be prepared with other means to diminish the Atreides' power.
You want to bring a worm.
How?
The spice must flow.
How are you going to get one off of Arrakis? I mean, they're not small creatures. is that? Is that water? I had a question about this in my last one. Like how worms would react to water. They're trapping it. It won't be able to go out. Oh, okay. So it is true. Worms can't be exposed to water. Oh my god, are they going to take the whole ground with it? Or is there like a cage buried underneath? Okay, yeah, there's a net. No, it's an actual cage. Well, Paul, you are just clearly not paying close enough attention to your own planet that something like this happened. What's going on? What's going on? Is someone threatening her?
How long have you been there?
Long enough.
Is she losing it?
Are you sick, my lady?
Like all the people that came before her, she can't control it?
You've taken spice. Too much.
Oh. She's riding a high. Oh god.
I can't move.
Bijaz? Bijaz? Oh fudge. Is he gonna kill her?
Not yet. The script is written. The stage is not set.
Oh, I'm very worried for her.
And he'll say she is gone. She is gone. Now it's time to forget what you remember when day becomes night.
Okay, they did not kill her, his sister. Whew.
What do you see with those eyes?
What everyone sees.
Interesting. So Duncan doesn't want to do what's going to be expected of him. Maybe he'll be able to overcome it. But then again, Paul has already kind of foresaw his own death, so I don't know.
Is it truly necessary to bring the face dance and the dwarf?
They have their parts to play still.
Did they not just say that out loud? Oh, it's the priest dude.
You plotted against Muad'Dib, Korba.
I demand to be judged by Fremen law.
You will be, Korba.
Isn't most Fremen law just throwing you out into the desert or taking your water from you?
I wonder if my father would approve of the future he inspired. I am a desert creature, Gola.
Baby coming?
My lady.
I have like a prediction. I think that Duncan/Gola is going to be able to resist killing Paul, and Paul is going to insist that he kill him because of the future that he's seen. You know, even with just this like quick montage, you can see how many players are in this. Like, so many. Oh god, is she gonna die? Does he know that she's gonna die? Why aren't you with her? Please don't die. Please don't die, Chani. Please don't die! Oh, the guild guy is under arrest. Oh god, what? Oh, Stilgar. Oh, is he gonna take his water while he's still alive? Are they gonna break the glass? Too much is happening! Too much is happening! Oh my god, they are gonna take his water while he's still alive. Because I assumed it had something to do with like a crushing process. They're gonna kill the Reverend Mother? They're gonna kill Irulan? No. Yes? Oh. I mean, they're just like, they're wiping the deck here. Yeah, there might have been a lot of players, but who the heck is gonna be left? Oh no, they said that Irulan wouldn't be harmed. If she is dying, you should go to her!
It was the birth, my lord. They said her body was drained by the speed of it.
Oh, no, 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 no. Pudge.
These are your children, Muad'Dib. Both are alive and strong.
Wait, these?
Twins, my lord.
So there are some future things that you still can't see. You only saw a son. Is she? Wait, I thought... What? Okay, so she's not dead.
I am sorry.
Nothing in this universe is as great as my love for you.
Those are some good last words. Oh crap, no, don't say the words. Don't say the words.
I can't see.
Don't say it. Don't say she's gone.
She's gone.
Okay, come on. Come on. Overcome. Overcome. Overcome! No, 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 no. Ah! Yes! Go, Duncan!
You came back to me, Duncan.
I warn you, a face dancer can move faster than you can possibly imagine.
Don't move, Duncan, Idaho. You'll kill me, and you're killing Muad'Dib's children. You can hear her.
I'm afraid, Muad'Dib.
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm here, Father, as you knew I would be.
Father, yes, it is me.
Okay, so make a decision.
My eyes. Let me see for you.
I can do it.
This is so cool.
I can bring her in. Let us give you back your love.
Okay.
The children. They're safe, Muad'Dib.
So he is completely blind. It's not just that he can't see Chani.
Don't be afraid, Father. The answer is right in front of you.
So he's still alive. What's gonna happen now? Like I said, they kind of wiped the board.
Finally, I'm free.
Is he gonna like leave? Not be Muad'Dib anymore?
Those who wished an end to House Atreides have failed. No longer an emperor, a simple blind Fremen wanders alone into the desert to die.
What? Oh, so
They say
Alia?
he has gone on a journey. He will not be found.
The one thing they didn't clear off, I guess, would be that the worm was stolen. Oh, Paul! Paul, there are nicer ways to go. What about your kids?
Muad'Dib is gone, but his children remain. The saga of Dune is far from over.
Okay, and that was my reaction to the first part of Children of Dune. That ending part was so good. I mean, they set up so much stuff. I mean, there were so many characters that we got back from the original miniseries, and then they added a whole bunch of new characters. They stole the worm. Chani now has kids that are kind of just like, I don't know what's going to happen with them. I guess Alia, I guess that she's now like the ruler of Arrakis, because I guess Paul is dead. Like, right? We didn't exactly see him die, so you never know. They could bring him back. Science fiction shows like this, usually if you don't see someone die, you really can't say whether or not they're actually dead. So he could still come back. I'm not going to count him out yet, but still, this was really, really good. The only part that I think, I miss a lot. So before I actually go on to episode number 2, I think I'm just going to rewatch this. I'm going to rewatch episode 1 again. Obviously, I'm not going to record that, but like there were a lot of things that I think I didn't have like the time to process because there was so much happening. But it was really good, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Whew, all right. Well, anyways, if you go ahead and leave a comment down below. Like I said at the beginning, I feel like because Children of Dune and the Dune miniseries are hard to get their hands on, not many people are probably going to take the time to see this, so let's spread it far and wide. Maybe if you know someone who's interested in Dune, even give it a share. Full version is in the description down below. You can follow me on Twitter and talk to me in Discord. Otherwise, I will talk to you guys in the next episode. Bye. This is 4 hours long, isn't it? Let's see here. It is 266 minutes. 266 minutes. So I think we're only doing an hour and a half today. Maybe 2 hours. We'll see. I was reading the book yesterday, and I was just sitting outside. And there were so many parts where I was just like, I started laughing because, I don't know, I just thought, oh my God, I know this, or, oh, this is so cool. And all I can think is that my neighbors were probably looking at me like just reading this book on the patio and like sometimes maniacally laughing. It's like, oh, and probably thinking like, oh my God, our neighbor is insane. We need to get out of here before he kills us all. I think I like the Leto in the books more than I did the Leto in the miniseries too. I think he comes across as much more likable in the books. He has much more of a part to play in the books. Jessica comes across as much more hardened in the books than she did in the miniseries. And especially in the movie. She had such a little role in the movie. But also, I think a lot of what we're learning about Jessica is her internal dialogue. So I can see how that would be really difficult to translate for the actress who played her. You know what's unfortunate is I've seen a lot of comments on the 84 movie that said, it's basically something along the lines of, well, this could have been Star Wars if David Lynch hadn't made it so weird. And having watched the miniseries and starting to read the books now, I 100% agree. I think, unfortunately, David Lynch kind of screwed the pooch by including so much, what would be the word? Not cinematography, but just unusual things in the movie, like the Baron and like the weirding guns and stuff like that, and the shields. Though that shield scene was much different than it should have been according to the books and according to the miniseries, but especially according to the books. Frank Herbert is a genius.